Hey, everybody. Just checking in. This is Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce, and I'm getting ready to go live with Karenlee Poter on Instagram and YouTube. Tonight is our Wild Women with Wine episode about living shamelessly. So how does shame fit into your life? Are you fighting it? Is it something that's a part of your life? Do you like to hold on to it? How is it serving you? How is it not serving you? So we're going to be talking about some of those things tonight and answering your questions. So if you have questions around relationships, love, sexuality, dating, getting back out there, let us know, and we would love to connect with you. So I'm going to go on live here with Karen. So let me request to join her on Instagram. So if you pop in here, let me know where you're from. I'd love to hear from you. So, all right, going live on Instagram. Hello. Nope, bandwidth challenge. And Karen disappeared. All right, so a couple people popping in here, but I'm not getting Karen. So in Florida, hi, Christopher. So her 213, remind me your first name, please. I want to refer to you by your name, and or what do you like to be called on here? Should I just call you Hercules? So I don't know what's happening here on Karen's end. Let me double check with her. Oh, nope, here she goes. Oh. Okay, try it again. Hercules or Jay. Okay. Thanks, Jay.
Hi.
Yes. How are you?
I'm good. Do you ever feel like a complex that you're always on the bottom? Do you like to be a bottom or a top?
Oh, that's a good question. Do I like to be a bottom or a top? I think it depends on what kind of mood I'm in.
I know. I agree with this.
I'm happy. I'm happy with both positions.
Because you know why? Because we're Libras.
True. It's like the balancing act, yeah.
People.
As long as I'm present, you know. What are you drinking?
It always helps to be present. I got a little. I believe it's a cab. It's a really good cab.
I'm drinking a cab too.
From Cougar. Nice.
From Cougar.
This is at Cougar Wineries. Yeah.
Seriously.
You can see that.
Cougar Wineries.
There is actually a Cougar Winery. It's down by Temecula.
They should be our sponsor.
You know what? They should.
Yeah, I think you should. I think we should send them a letter. What?
Oh my goodness! I get so many questions, and they're all gone.
Oh no!
I think.
Shoot. Oh, Christopher likes Shiraz. I like that too. I like the petite Shiraz. That's one of my favorites.
Oh, okay. Well, let me see if I can still find those other ones. I'm going to put you on hold for a second to see if I can find them.
Okay. All right. So as we're checking in, everybody, let us know where you're from. It's always kind of curious.
We need Cam on this live. Yeah, where is everybody from? And also, what happened to our questions? We had so many good questions. If you guys are any of the ones that gave us the questions, I have a couple here.
Okay.
Would you rather fuck a stranger or give him a blowjob? I think we had this question before anyway.
Did we?
We did.
I have to think about. I mean, what? I guess I don't know. I mean, it so depends on the person and what the heat is. You know, where you are.
Right.
I mean,
I think, I mean, if it was for like money, I would rather fuck. rather than have to put someone else's dick in my mouth and knows where that thing's been.
Well, but you can put a condom on it.
Good point.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that. Okay, I may revise that.
Why do you think they make flavored condoms?
Oh, never thought of that.
I don't
never thought of that.
I don't think that you have taste buds in your vagina.
Oh, I never thought about that. Oh, that's a good question. Well, I had another question that I was saving for this.
Okay.
And, well, it's a question about underwear. My husband says he doesn't need to change his underwear daily. What are the usual rules for male hygiene?
Change your underwear daily.
Well, who doesn't change their underwear daily? And
Yeah.
so the person that answered said he made it all the way to marriage and only now are just figuring this out.
Really? Really? You clearly have not been checking underneath the hood.
Really?
Yeah.
So anyway,
I mean, that's just
let me
good
see.
hygiene.
I'm gonna see if I can find the questions. I'm gonna check it out.
Somebody says that's just nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Totally nasty.
have good hygiene, especially if you ever want a blowjob.
All right, let me find it. See
So-
if I can figure out a way.
Even Christopher
to
says,
answer those questions.
gotta change them every day.
Well, like, really, that's so repulsive. I mean, come on, there's all kinds of
Yeah.
stuff that ends up in there.
I heard of somebody when they were camping, they would just turn them inside out and wear them again.
Alright, I just wanted to talk about that. I'd like to speak to you about I finally submitted to twerking, as it was. I made the declaration
Yeah.
when Biden won that I would twerk.
Has he won?
If Biden won, it won. And it's official that he did win in Georgia.
Okay.
And in my mind, it's official already since he won. So I'm getting a lot of questions as to, what song I was going to twerk to.
Okay.
I said I will let the listeners and viewers decide.
All right.
They all said the same one, which is WAP, as in last
Yeah.
pussy. And there is like a whole choreographed dance, that she did in the video, Cardi B. So I had to memorize that dance, and I'm telling you, that's a workout.
Is it?
And I did not, even after like many, many tries, I didn't feel like it was nearly as good as most of the people that I was watching. But it was a good try, and I'm proud of myself for even attempting it.
I'm
Because it was
so
no easy feat.
impressed. I'm so impressed. Yeah. I haven't seen your video yet. Have you put it out?
Oh yeah, it's on TikTok.
I'll be checking. Yeah, so Christopher is asking me to twerk.
Check it out in the talk. Where is everybody here?
I mean, I can shake my ass, but I haven't been able to get the twerk down. I haven't spent a lot of time trying though.
Oh my God, I hit it on the wrong account. No wonder I wasn't getting anything out of here. All right, where was I?
Are you on the wrong
I'm
account?
having like one of those weird days. Like you spend the whole day trying to fix something and it never gets fixed. Like I was trying to figure out why in the infinite wisdom of Facebook did they try? They have limited all my ability to post because there was a couple posts that I made that were not up to their sexual community standards.
Really?
I don't know what exactly. Yeah, I guess I was just a bad girl because I, talked about ways to have wild sex. I don't know. They really upset them. So what can I say? Anyway.
So Christopher's telling me I have a really developed tushy. So the problem with a muscular butt is it doesn't move that much. When Mark spanks me, it hurts his hand because I have too much muscles in my ass.
And when I'm always getting told by my boyfriend Dees that it's the way you slap. It's a certain way. Because when I try to slap, I always hurt my hand.
Did you ever?
It's a technique.
So there's a story. There's a great story about a couple, and the woman was really wanting to be spanked during, she's like, just, hit my ass, just hit my ass. And so she's telling her boyfriend, he's like, no, I can't. And she's on her hands and knees, and she's going, come on, smack my ass. And he's going, no. And then finally goes, okay. And he punches her.
Yeah, that's not smacking. That's punching. That's not nice.
No.
That's not nice at all. All right, so I'm just going to throw it out there. Considering the fact that I did lose. I went to try to find all the questions that I had, and I feel really bad about this, but I did lose them all.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I don't know how that happened even, but I did lose the questions. So.
Damn.
Oh well.
Do you remember any of them?
Of course not. That would be a negative. No, I did not remember any of them.
Well, then I want to talk a little bit about shame tonight, because I've been.
Oh, right. You had an agenda. Thank you. I watched that TED Talk. Thank you very much for that.
Good stuff, huh?
Yeah, I actually think I have seen that before. It was not the first time I've seen that, but it's again the blaming of the victim constantly. It just makes me sick.
Right.
Just blame, and I don't even like to blame anybody, but you certainly don't blame the victim.
No. I mean, it's and I think that's where women have been failed. Is that women have been blamed for all of their mistreatment. If you're abused and you don't leave, you're blamed. If you're raped, you're blamed. The first thing that a lot of what were you wearing? Yeah, where were you? Well, why were you there? As if
well, that's what it's about.
As if where you are determines whether you should be able to be safe.
Right.
I mean, there's a real problem with that. And then we get into, okay. And so then a woman is sexual, and then all of a sudden she's slut shamed, or a man is sexual and he's player shamed. So we do this. It's always like, there's always a judgment about what people do.
I can't stand it.
You and me both.
I say we throw out all the judgments out
Let's
there.
do that.
Just throw that shit out.
Let's do that. Just
Let's throw it all
chuck
out.
that crap out of there. Yeah. I mean, I my work with women for the last 15 years all over the world has all been related to shame.
Yeah.
When
do you have any shame?
No. No, I'm pretty much shameless.
You guys and girls that are on my Instagram and YouTube, do you guys think do you have any shame? Do you carry around any shame?
Yeah.
Or do you judge people based on what they wear? If they're wearing something very provocative, does that mean that they deserve to have whatever's coming to them?
Right.
Or do you believe that we can wear whatever we want, whether it's a G-string? I mean, literally, I do get nervous when I get nervous when people see women walking around in G-strings, even at our pool. I'm thinking, I'm scared someone might break them. I don't know. I have an fear of that.
Well, why would what they're wearing encourage somebody to rape them? I mean, how is that?
I'm just saying, that scares me that they walk around like that, because we have been conditioned
your program
all our lives that it's not appropriate to walk around like that, and that if you do, you're asking for trouble. So there's
an artistic display in New York City, at least there was, called What She Was Wearing. And they interviewed all these rape victims, and they had pictures of what they were wearing, and they went out and they bought clothes like that, and they created these displays of the clothes that people were wearing when they were raped. The hardest part of that first of all, there was no slutty clothes. Okay. There was a nursing uniform, scrubs.
Right.
There were sweats and sweatshirts. But the hardest one was and I'm going to cry, was a little tiny pink dress.
Oh.
So it's like, okay, this child was raped. How the hell can you say she asked for it? You know, rape isn't about the victim. It's about the perpetrator.
Of course.
And people who rape want to destroy. It's not sexual.
It's not even, it's not sexual. It's just a violent act.
It's a violent act.
So to lighten it up.
Okay.
Because, I always like to lighten it up.
Yeah.
We have a question here from Adam. Adam asks, do cougars like pegging? Okay, so I'm going to answer this question, Adam, in a sense that cougars are just confident older women. So I can't answer if Nancy likes pegging. I can't answer if, Betsy likes pegging. I can only answer if I like pegging.
Yeah.
I can't really answer for the rest of the world. I can say, though, that I've never been with a partner who pegged me. So that's all I got to say about that.
It's about you doing the pegging.
Oh, maybe that's why I've never been with a partner that pegged me.
I mean, you don't need a partner to peg you. You would be the pegger.
I got enough holes. I don't need it. Anyway.
Okay, that was such a blonde moment right there.
I just got to hear highlighted some, but act even more spacey. I'm drinking wine with very little to eat today, which is not helping this cause. But
it makes for better entertainment. That's
question.
Funny.
Why do you ask if cougars like pegging? I'm curious.
Yeah.
And let's see. Cruz says, I think women should wear whatever they want. The man should know the woman will not show herself away. I imagine. I guess it's saying she can do whatever she wants.
Well, I have to tell you, Mark and I have had many conversations on this topic because men are taught to interpret incorrectly. Men are taught that when women dress sexy, that they're trying to seduce them. So men
right, and I think cougars get a bad rap because of that.
Right.
Because, ever since I've always dressed sexy, especially on Halloween. My favorite day to dress sexy all year.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
I've always been, people will often go, oh, I actually heard a guy go, oh, there's a cougar. Now, why? Why can't any woman of any age dress any way they want without being labeled as something negative or even provocative?
Well,
because I always thought that, the reputation is that cougars are preying on somebody, when in fact it's quite the opposite.
Well, let me tell you how much I've been slut shamed on social media. If I post a sexy picture and somebody sends me a dick pic or makes a really crude comment, I am blown away by the number of people who justify their comments because of what I was wearing. It's like, what?
Right.
Why the fuck does you think that what
I send a dick pic because you decided to express yourself?
Right.
Express yourself.
Yeah. It's like, so men need to understand that how women dress or what kind of picture they post is about her feeling free and confident and courageous, not about you at all. If you enjoy it, you don't enjoy it, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But it doesn't give you permission.
It's the times in your life where you like to dress sexy and post pictures that are sexy and times that you don't. I don't like if people join my Patreon and they're like, I'm disappointed because you didn't show sexy pictures. I never said it. It's clear as day in the front paragraph of my Patreon that I am not a porn star.
Right.
And that do not expect anything naked. If I want to put a picture that I wouldn't put on Facebook, because, Facebook, I don't really post anything right now. But if I wanted to put a picture like that on my Patreon, it's because I want to do that. Because I think it's fun. That's all.
Well,
cougars are fair game when they used to be considered forbidden foods. Ronnie, what do you mean by that? Fair game.
What?
I think he meant before he wouldn't. have approached a girl that's older, and now he feels like it's okay to do that, which I agree. It's just being assertive. I get it. I hear you. Nancy's already getting her feathers ruffled up there like there's no tomorrow.
So I on my Patreon, I have posted a couple of nudes, but they're pictures my husband took of me that I consider really beautiful art, and they're classy. And
I know she's just trying to get more patrons.
No,
right now,
but
guys, don't think it.
but I mean, it's.
Well, let me think. Should I go with Karenlee's? No, don't go with Karen's because hers are going to be fully clothed in a nun's outfit, where Nancy's going to be completely naked because it was artistic because her husband took it. Which one are you going to go with?
but I mean, it's like they're beautiful, you know. I cried when I saw them because that wasn't how I saw myself, and
really?
So yeah, it could be. I mean, the pictures my husband takes of me, sometimes I don't recognize myself in them because I feel like I'm seeing myself through his eyes. Because when I look in the mirror,
he's a good photographer too, probably.
He is, but he also knows the ones to quickly delete.
I mean, I had a naked picture of myself from I don't even know how many years ago, and I hid it in a hidden folder on my photos.
Yeah.
It was like the thumbnail for my hidden folder. I'm like, what the fuck is that? It was the thumbnail.
That doesn't do any good.
What if my kids are scrolling through looking for a picture, a family photo? What the hell is that? It's supposed to be hidden, not the thumbnail for the hidden.
Well, I have to tell you, nobody gets my phone and can get that. You know, a lot of people.
I'm just saying.
Well,
sometimes I'm doing work.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Sometimes I want, sometimes I want someone to take a picture of me, hand me my phone. Who knows? I'm just saying. I didn't need to see that on a hidden folder. All right. Question: how long do you feel the attraction lasting? Here's a question: how long do you feel the attraction lasting? Rob, that was an extremely ambiguous question that you need to clarify.
Yeah.
Adam answered the question as to why he has the pegging. He said he loves kink and older women. Pretty simple.
Okay.
Either you identify as snow bunnies. What is that again? Is that white women have fake black men? Is that what that is? Andy? I only know a few terms.
I hate those. I honestly cringe when I hear those kind of labels.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
a woman.
Snow bunny.
I'll identify as a woman. Yeah.
I'm a woman. Hear me roar. Okay. I'm off the deep end right now. But that's why you love me.
That's true.
Let's see.
Thank you, Christopher.
Okay. Dick pics take courage. Oh, dick pics take courage, Don.
No.
What are they paying you for? What are they paying? Are you getting paid for your dick pics, Don? I don't think so.
Yeah, dick pics are like a dime an inch.
Okay, here's a question from Mimic Cracked, which I have a question as to how you came up with the screen name Mimic Cracked. But he or she asked, how should I show a cougar? I'm interested in body language. Oh, be right back. BYB. You know what's on?
This chair spins.
Woo! Fuck AMC. All right, fuck AMC Cougar. It's not available. Great little holiday gift for yourself or for your friends. How basically this chapter is all about that question. Body language is in there. Everything you want to know about cougars we're afraid to ask. Basically, pay attention to body language. Become a student of body language, actually, and I think that would help you a lot. I think that actually shows
body language.
More,
yeah.
I think it shows more than verbal.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I really do.
Well, it is proven that body language
Megan, hi.
is more than it's about 80% of communication. So facial expression, micro expressions, and body language. So that's part why internet and texting is so fraught with misunderstandings.
I know.
You know, because
it
you can't get it all.
Bryson.
Hi, Bryson.
Let's see. What an idiot. What? Oh, okay. I'm missing.
Who's an idiot?
Mimic Cracked is an old gamer tag. Did you buy the chair from Costco? No, I bought this chair literally. Must be. I think it's my first office chair, and it has come with me through several homes, at least 6 different homes that I've lived in the last 20 years. So I don't know where the hell I got. I actually do. I think the store went out of business, and it's not in the best of shape, but it has managed to come with me wherever I go.
Okay, so let's come back to shame. So did anybody pipe in about shame?
What's the definition? The definition of shame to you is what?
Embarrassment, regret, humiliation about something that is probably a very natural way of being human. What would it be for you?
I like those definitions. No, I think you're absolutely right, and frequently it's a narrative that you give yourself.
Right.
You know, I've talked to people that are drop dead gorgeous who don't think they're good looking, or someone who's totally skinny who thinks she's fat, or someone who's fat that thinks they're skinny. It's just the way you put it in your mind. It's a narrative.
Well, I mean, body shame. I had a conversation recently with a woman who really has a lot of body shame, primarily about her vulva, and a lot of women really feel disgusted by their own body. And
you know what? I think if you ever go look at the Great Wall of Vaginas, I actually interviewed this guy, Jamie, what is his last name? I forgot already. He's out in Brighton, England. He has this huge wall of like 400 different vaginas. And a lot of women don't even know what theirs looks like. But I mean, you can just see the differences between every.
Are they vulvas or vaginas?
Well, I mean, he called it the Great Wall of Vaginas, maybe because people don't know what the term vulva is. But
isn't that sad?
It's mostly I haven't seen the wall myself, which I would love to go see it one day with you. But
we can put that on our tour, on our world tour.
Put it on the tour. We're going to go to see, what's his name? God. Jamie something or other.
I think we should go to every sex museum around the world.
I want to go to the one in Japan, for sure.
Ooh,
the sex museum in Japan.
Okay. All right. Let's add that to the list.
So back to the question at hand, though.
Shame.
As far as body shaming, and I know someone who was so ashamed of her vulva, and I interviewed a guy who actually performed vaginoplasties. Because, I mean, this whole movement at one point or another to make vaginas look a certain way happened in Germany. And it also didn't help with Barbie has no, genitalia,
Yeah.
So my friend actually got some stuff removed, like some extra flaps of skin removed because she was so uncomfortable with it. So
yeah, it's called labiaplasty. And what they actually have a procedure called, one of the techniques is called the Barbie.
Right. It came from, I believe, the kink community that wanted to have people dress all in like plastic or rubber or something, and then only had the showing of the vulva vagina area. So that's how it all started.
So why?
It's a nice living doing this.
Why do you think the word vulva is so hard for people to utilize? Because it's actually a much more descriptive word than vagina.
I know. When I think of vagina, I just think of the tunnel.
Right. That's all the vagina is the inside tube.
Right.
So
but it's hard for people to say the word vagina. You guys.
It's like calling
vagina.
It's like calling this the mouth.
That's not your mouth.
Oh, my mouth.
She on YouTube. She was saying, calling this the mouth.
The whole face. It's like calling the whole face
recently,
the mouth.
But it's like literally only recently that people are comfortable even saying vagina. They call it the vajayjay or the pussy or the whatever.
That's the first thing that's the first thing I teach young parents is name the parts precisely,
Right.
Call an elbow, call a penis, call testicles, call a vulva, for God's sake.
Call a vulva. Do you guys on YouTube know the difference between a vagina and a vulva?
Yeah, what's the difference between a vagina and a vulva?
All right, we're going to switch gears here. Andrew is asking, do you think I should ask this woman I'm talking? The issue I have is I go to college with her at the moment, and I feel like it would be awkward if she doesn't have the same feelings. Andrew, I have talked about this on my podcast with my son. With a lot of people that have been in your position where they don't share their feelings about someone because they're so afraid of rejection or afraid that ruin the relationship. And it naturally always helps if you have certain feelings for you to communicate and express them. And if she's not interested, you can still be friends. And it may be awkward, but awkward is sometimes leading to comfort. So I say go for it and talk to her about it. What do you think, Nance?
Well, if you don't try, you'll never know. And I think we waste an awful lot of time wondering if instead of finding out. And maybe you don't want to find out she's not interested, but you're wasting your time. Either way.
Totally.
You're wasting time. So we have a finite amount of years on this earth. So why waste it?
As Wayne Gretzky says, you'll miss every shot you don't take.
Absolutely. Guaranteed.
And also, there's a very good book you can read, Andrew, and it's called The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins. Have you read it too, Nancy?
No.
I've talked about it before. It's not the 5 seconds and you drop something on the floor and you have to eat it before. It's not that. It's that this Mel Robbins has written a book called 5-Second Rule, and it basically is where your brain, within 5 seconds, if you made a decision, you want to try something, or you want to ask someone out, or you want to talk to a coworker, or you want to make a decision, your brain within 5 seconds will tell you not to do it. So you have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 seconds to go and do it, act on it. I lead my life that way. There's so many times where when I have let my mind say, don't do it, and then later on I can kick myself. So I say, say to yourself, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just do it.
Well, let me tell you, I had an incredible experience on Saturday. Incredible experience. I had a life-changing experience. We were invited, spur of the moment, to go with some friends of ours on a day trip. It happened to be, he happens to be very wealthy. And so he invited us to fly in his helicopter.
I like having wealthy friends.
To Sonoma for a day at this exclusive gun club that hadn't even opened officially yet. It was like a big gun lodge. And so we flew in it, we went to his house. The helicopter picked us up at his house, and we flew to Sonoma, and we went shooting. I'm not a gun advocate. I mean, I'm afraid of guns. My dad was a hunter.
Have you shot a gun before?
I have a couple of times in my life, but not for a very long time. And so, I was like very hesitant. I was resistant, I should say. I was resistant to put that gun in my hands. So after I watched it was only 4 of us. So after I watched a couple of my friends do this, I thought, I had a moment with myself where I went, okay, no, you can dig in your heels and not do it and say you don't like guns and have this judgment about guns, or you can seize the opportunity to at least try it and see how you feel.
I saw the pictures.
Yeah. And so, and the instructor, we had a private instructor. He was amazing, so gentle and so loving and so good. So
you were not shooting at animals or people.
No, clay pigeons, you know.
Clay pigeons,
yeah.
And knowing you, I'm going to take a guess that you were the best one of the bunch.
Not the best, no. But I did destroy a few clay pigeons.
But not the worst.
Not the worst.
She did destroy. Like knowing you would of course be an expert with a very little training because I just know you.
But it was fun.
So you could have let your mind. Oh, watching from the Philippines. I love the Philippines. Filipino people, I should say. I've never been to the Philippines, but that's on our bucket list too. Okay.
So that was only the first thing. The second.
If you had let 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 go,
right.
you would not have had that experience.
So on the way back, there's more to the story. I'll tell you later. But on the way back, the pilot invited me to sit up front with him, and I got to fly a helicopter.
Oh God! You flew the helicopter?
I flew the helicopter.
Whew. See, you're never too young to try new things.
Oh,
were you scared to do this?
My God, it's been a life.
I'm scared to be in a helicopter.
It's been a lifelong fantasy of mine to fly a helicopter.
Oh,
but
naked or with clothes?
Huh? No, with clothes. I didn't need to be naked. Honest to God. So when he turned over the controls to me and he taught me, he was he's been flying for 40 years, super great instructor. And I flew for 20 to 30 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
And
who else was in there with you?
Mark and this other couple, friend of ours. Yeah.
They put the lights in your hand.
My face hurt because I was smiling so hard the whole time.
Is it like driving a boat?
No.
Oh. I mean,
it's like driving a boat in the air.
Yeah. Have you ever been in a cockpit of a plane?
Uh-huh.
I mean, because I had been in a private plane's cockpit.
I flew one.
I always, of course you did. So this is not the first time you flew a private plane and a helicopter.
Right.
Okay. I literally was like freaked out because I was in the cockpit and it was raining really hard. And they're like, it was a private plane, and they're like, land the plane over next to that red barn over there. I'm like, what the hell? This is how you heard. I thought you used specific, calculations and everything as to where you should land the plane, but no, land it to the right of the barn, left of the bush. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God.
So exciting. So,
all right.
so
we got lots of other questions.
Okay.
I gotta get to them.
Go ahead.
I'm very proud of you for taking those risks and enjoying yourself and making the most of it.
Thank you.
And for those of you who have wondered if there's anything that Nancy has not tried, I haven't found it yet.
There's a list.
Rob says, I bet she did. Was his gun big? How did he shoot? Big gun in her hand. In your hand. Yeah, was your gun big? By the way, was it a rifle?
It was a rifle. It was a rifle. Yeah.
Rifle. I went out with a detective once who said he would take me to shoot a gun. I kind of wanted to try it. I still would like to try it. But we never ended up doing it because I stopped dating him.
Oh.
but it would be a cool thing to do.
It was a great experience. It was a great experience,
yeah. All right, we got a lot of comments going on over here.
All right, read them off.
All right. Labiaplasty removes Dumbo ears. See, that's shaming of a person's vulva.
Yeah.
Is it vulva? The lips are the vulva.
Yeah, it's
right?
It's part of the vulva.
That's a shaming. Yeah. You shouldn't say something like that.
Right. Because every woman's vulva, it's like fingerprints. They're all going to be different.
It's like a snowflake.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. And that's what's so cool about it. I think that, we all look differently.
Yeah.
You're looking at a lot of porn, and porn, a lot of times they have that removed.
Stop it. If you haven't, you start looking at real women. Look
at real women.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
why
get the book. Get the book 101 Vulvas.
Oh, 101 Vulvas. could you reintroduce the other lady who you are? Don would like to meet you.
Okay.
Nancy. Here, I'm gonna just do a little. Oh shit! It's gonna topple over the wine.
Don't do
There
that.
she is.
Hi, hello, Dawn. How are you?
All right. So that's Nancy. She's a very close friend of mine and a doctor of sexology. She's a sexologist, right?
Yep.
Would you call yourself a sexologist?
Yeah. I had some guy on Twitter try to shame me today because of my profession. I get that a lot. I get that a lot.
Kwan is asking what our zodiac signs are. We are both Libras. Yes, we do love those
Libras.
Libra women. Adam, what is Jessie Dubai like in real life? Truthfully, I only know Jessie via Zoom. Jessie is a transgender porn star who was actually hitting on Cam at one point. We interviewed him for the podcast. We interviewed her for the podcast. Truthfully, Jessie is so much fun, so vivacious, so much energy, so hilarious. Had an incredible life. You go and watch or listen to the podcast of Sex Talk with My Mom featuring Jessie Dubai. I think you guys would all love it because she talks a lot about her growing up and the shaming she got. Her father beat her up.
Oh my God.
And meanwhile, the father was gay. So that's, kind of a double standard there. But I think that they've reconciled since. So, Rob, you're ex-Army. I'm ex-Army. Okay, so I guess you shot a gun. Kappas don't think 5 seconds right for you, LOL. I don't know what some of these things mean. Anyway, if you got another question, put it on the comment box, either on YouTube or on Instagram. We did have it. Let me see what's going on here. Oh, really nothing there. We already answered that question. Anything else that you wanted to cover regarding shame or regarding your helicopter flying experience?
Well, the one thing I wanted to just address quickly about shame is that, I think there's a lot of people who believe shame is beneficial. And so I just would ask people to look at how shame has influenced their decisions in their life, and especially personal shame, body shame, or sexual shame. Is it inhibiting you or preventing you from living your fullest, finest life? And if it is, there is a way out of it. There is a way to heal shame, because shame is something that's been done to you, not something that's naturally arising. You look at children, like little kids. They have no shame. They're body free. They love their bodies. They accept their bodies. They're free spirit. My two of my little granddaughters, they run around after bath every night. It's naked baby time, and they just run around, climb up on everything. They could care less. They're so comfortable in their skin. That's the way we were intended to live our lives.
Well, that's the way you live your life, that's for sure.
It is. And I think that's one thing that I...
Naked grandma time.
Naked Nana!
Naked Nana. We got a question from Sayan.
Okay.
How do you stay so sexy? How does one stay sexy?
It's a lot of work.
It is. It's a lot of fucking maintenance. You gotta work. You can't just sit back and eat bonbons and expect to stay as sexy as we are. No. The truth of the matter is it's a complete mindset.
Totally.
I think it's 100% right here. I've seen people of all shapes, sizes, colors, creeds, and it's all about the confidence.
Tell me where you're from.
Really
Yeah.
Oh, she wants to know where you're from.
Yeah. Tell us where you're from.
Yeah. Where you're from, what's your zodiac sign, and what is the number one trait cougars seek? Adam is asking about the number one trait cougars seek. Hint, hint. It's in the book. Fuck Games, Date Cougars. On Amazon. Free and Kindle Unlimited.
So give me Karen, give me one word.
Yeah.
Give me one word that can sum up what cougars seek.
They seek confidence. They seek a confident person.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah.
It's the same. It's reversed the other way around too.
Right.
I mean, that's why you think cougars or older women are exciting or attractive, because they're so confident and they've been around the block a few times and they kind of know they know what's going on. I mean, not that you can't know it younger, but you know.
Yeah, I think
it's about confidence.
I think confidence.
Think about what you're attracted to.
Yeah.
And then understand that older women or any woman is going to be attracted to the same type of thing. Now, don't confuse confidence with arrogance. That's not attractive, and I don't think you think that's attractive to be with an arrogant woman either.
Well, and I think if you're going into any situation with what you can offer the situation rather than what you can get from somebody else, you're going to be received with a whole different attitude. If you feel like somebody's just trying to play you, you know, it's just it's not going to work, especially with somebody that's older or more mature, has been around the block a time or two.
Older women don't fall for
they see that stuff coming a mile away.
You don't want to play games like that. And
fuck games.
Yeah, I think what?
Fuck games. Date cougars.
Fuck games. Yeah, I didn't really I meant it as like fuck the game playing. I didn't really mean fuck games.
No, I know. That's why I was saying it. Fuck games. Like date cougars. Yeah.
No, but if you think about it, fuck games.
Or
like, this is about fuck games.
Or fuck games.
Gaurav, ma'am, I am just very much addicted to watching seducing things. Please tell me how to get rid of the bad habit. Now, seducing things, I'm assuming, is porn.
Probably porn.
I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Please answer my question. I am a fan from a very long time. Please, ma'am. I'm answering it. Here's my answer. If you are watching or listening or reading and something is taking over your life to the point where you can't function, you need to look at yourself and figure out, well, you know, maybe I need to make some changes. And it's going to be hard work to do it. But, you know, you can do it. You can stop an addiction or a compulsion or something that seems to be taking over your life by, you know, there's different methods, obviously, systematic desensitization, all these other things. But the best thing to do is, I think what you just did, which is you spoke about it out loud, and then maybe go to see a therapist if you need to, or, you know, go talk about it with someone who you're close to, but try to stop doing it.
Well, they're different.
Might be the best way.
There are varying degrees. Not all of it's pathology. You know, you can enjoy erotica, you can enjoy porn, but if it's taking the place of you being with real people, but right now during COVID, it may be taking the place of you being with real people. That doesn't make it an illness.
Right.
So we have to be careful about pathologizing desire.
Yeah. Okay. It sounds like it sounds like it's bothering him.
Well, but is he from India?
Quote unquote, I'm very much addicted to watching seducing things.
Is he from
addicted?
Where is he from?
Are you from the United States or from overseas?
A lot of people.
A lot of stuff going on in the chat right now that I'm trying to sort through and find out. Yes, Antoinette needs help with getting high sex drive. I need ways to date anyone I want, though. Okay. Yes. The answer to the question is yes, he's from overseas.
Yeah.
I'm from England. Okay. You asked where he's from.
Yeah,
Is there a reason for that?
Well, because different cultures will impart different beliefs around sexuality.
Oh, I get it. So, in other words, is it in your mind that you're doing it too much because someone told you shouldn't, or your religion told you shouldn't, or you just think that you shouldn't be doing it at all? It's perfectly normal. It's normal to watch.
Do you have options?
You know, porn.
Do you prefer that over being with people?
Right. When, like I've told the story a number of times where one of the guys I was with did not want to be with me because he was leaving early in the morning to go out of town. And he's like, I'd rather just stay home and whack off to porn. And when he came over and he ended up coming over, when he came over, it turns out that he's like, yeah, damn, I would have almost missed this because I was, because it could be a laziness too that you don't want to bother taking the effort, make an effort, but being with a real person to most people is preferable to being watching TV or computers or wherever. For
people who are socially awkward or who are lacking confidence, who have very little experience in relationships or dealing with people that in a sexual way, they generally prefer being sexual with themselves because it's always available and it's generally not judgmental. So being sexual with yourself is okay. Now, does it interfere with your work, your friendships,
I guess
your health?
That's the main question.
Yeah.
Does it interfere with your life? Like anything, like alcohol.
Right.
Is alcohol inherently bad? No.
Right.
But I know people who have not been able to get through a day without drinking and have gotten in several car accidents and were imprisoned. In which case, obviously, there's a problem.
Right.
So,
yeah. So he should probably talk to a therapist, not ask this on YouTube.
Yes. We're Gara. I appreciate you being a big follower of mine, and I'm happy to be here for you. But again, because I'm not able to speak personally to you, you can message me on Patreon if you would like. But the truth is, maybe you need to sit down with someone and talk about that. Here, daily watching porn, it is interfering with my life. Okay, and you have some depression. So you need
to see a therapist to deal with that.
Go see a therapist.
Yeah.
We'd like you to see a therapist if you could.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sliding scale therapists out there, ones that would do it over the internet now. A lot of people are doing it over Zoom, so I suggest you do that.
Most people should be.
You could go see my friend Nancy over here on Instagram. She counsels people about this kind of thing, so you might want to talk to her about it.
Yep.
Antoine, I need help with my addiction to porn and transgender. Another one here. Antoine, again, there's nothing wrong with you being addicted or whatever you just called yourself to porn and transgender. It's a question of, is it bothering you? Is it really affecting your life? Yes, it's interfering with my life a lot. Okay. Well, you too should
seek help.
Yeah, I need therapy. I have a lot of mental health issues in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
There's nothing to be ashamed about. This is where we can go back to our shame.
You know what? When
people are struggling.
I always think of it. I think it's a luxury to see a therapist. If you are able to sit, I used to go into my therapist's office and I'm like, don't even bother asking about the weather because I want to talk for an hour straight. I'm not going to ask you about yourself. I just talk and talk. It's such a luxury to have someone just going to listen to you and help you through some stuff.
And not judge you.
I don't think there's anything wrong with seeing a therapist.
Yeah.
I think, in fact, it's a wonderful thing to do for everybody.
Agreed.
And there's a question from Rob going, what makes you sexual? Hormones?
I mean,
what makes anyone sexual?
Being human makes you sexual. I mean, we are sexual beings. It's not something that you go get. It's something that you already are.
Nancy, he wants to contact you for therapy. So how does he do that?
Go to my website, drnsp.com.
drnsp.com.
Yep.
All right. There it is. I put it on YouTube so you can go afterwards and look her up.
Somebody says, what does it mean when you to eat at the Y?
At the Y. And that will be more. You know Erica Walker. I know everybody says it looks like her, so she's a porn star.
Eating at the Y is going down on a woman.
Yes,
we know what it means.
Because it's like why?
Right.
Love the confidence is no game playing. Yes, Bruce, this is true. What, do you believe in astrology?
Oh, Karen, here she goes.
Don't get me started.
Don't get her started.
The answer question is yes. I believe in it. It's too coincidental. Yeah. Okay. I guess the questions here are just popping on air. There is fun in playing just not games. Okay. Yeah, there's fun. It's fun to play. Your hair looks beautiful, Karen. Thank you. Yeah, Barud. Thank you for saying all these complimentary things. I'm just moving up now.
So we only got about 4 minutes left, so take a couple more questions.
Yeah, we got only a couple minutes because I'm going to see a movie, a drive-in. It's not even a movie. It's a TV show about dogs, and I'm bringing my dog.
In a drive-in?
Yes.
How fun is that? I love drive-in theaters. I'm so glad they're coming back.
And I'm not even allowed to go to the bathroom, so I have to make sure to go to the bathroom.
Oh, geez. Now, do you ever have sex while you're there?
In a drive-in?
Yeah.
Me? I've never been to a drive-in since I was like, I was 16. I don't know. I doubt I'll be having sex because I'm going to be too enamored with the dog drama. Would you have sex? Of course.
Yeah.
Ass in the air, looking at barking like the dogs.
I would probably just do a doggy style in honor of the doggy movie.
That's what I'm saying. One last question. What are your thoughts on the social hypocrisy as it pertains to masturbation implements? For example, the acceptance of the female use of dildos and vibrators versus male masturbation devices, sex dolls, etc. Adam, it sounds like you're having a little judgment call on vibrators versus male masturbation sex dolls. Here's the thing. Oh, thank you for that super chat here, Rob Jones. Thank you very much. Here's the thing, Adam Mayo. It sounds to me like you're saying it's okay for women to use dildos, but it's not okay for men to use sex dolls. Right? Is that where you're going with this? What do you think?
I think maybe he's been shamed about it. I think. Yeah. I would just say I apologize for the world for shaming you for that because you have every right to enjoy a sex toy as much as a woman would. So I'm in favor.
We both agree.
Yeah, I'm in favor of all the sex toys for men. There's some incredible ones out there.
Right now, here's the deal.
Ask him if he knows about the Venus. The Venus.
You know anything about the Venus? Well, sex dolls and sex robots are here right now already. I've interviewed them.
They're amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. They look and feel like actual humans.
Yeah.
Again, if you are only picking the sex doll over your spouse, that's something that maybe needs to be explored if that's the case.
But I think
that's where I changed.
I think there are a lot of people that will never have a spouse. There are a lot of people that will never have a lover.
Right.
And a sex doll is a great option. I mean,
especially on robots.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I am all for anything that brings joy and pleasure to a person's life. We cannot sit in judgment of it. Go for it. Enjoy it. Life is short.
All right. So Adam also uses dildos and don't see a problem with those either. Okay.
Right. Enjoy.
I don't see a problem with you using dildos. Just enjoy yourself.
Your body is your playground. All right.
I want to thank you all for coming. I want to thank Rob Jones for giving a super chat. I want to thank my partner in crime, my Wild Women with Wine partner, Nancy. And if you want to reach Dr. Nancy, she's here on Instagram as Dr. NSP.
Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce. You can find me in a couple places. Yep.
You can find her all over the place. She's drinking wine. just having fun. She finished it. I'm like sipping. I'm like way behind her.
Well, that's because you're going on a date. So have fun.
I'm going on a date with me, with my boyfriend and my dog.
That's
Can't
awesome.
get better than that.
No. All right. Thanks
all
for
right,
checking
guys.
in on YouTube,
If you have
Instagram.
questions, make sure that you send them to me.
Yeah.
Because I will bring them up. I promise I will not screw it up. And
So you're gonna next time copy them and put them on our common notes so we can both have them. Okay.
Yeah, we actually take notes for this.
We do.
I love you guys.
Love you. Love you, Karen.
On our common notes so we can both have them. Yeah, we actually take notes.
Thanks for listening. Appreciate so much you guys popping in, and I'll have the full episode of Karen and I up on Instagram tomorrow, or on here on YouTube tomorrow. And I hope you have a great night. Please follow us on Patreon. You can find the links in you can go to the Wild Women with Wine playlist and find the links to all of our social media there. We really appreciate your support. This is the only avenue we have to really honor our time and attention that we put into these times, into these podcasts for you, or vlogs, or whatever you want to call them. All right, have a great night. Please be kind to each other. Whoever you're around, be kind, generous, and when you go out, please wear a mask. Please wear a mask. Whether you believe it works or not, please just wear your masks so that we can all be safe and get through this crazy time until we have a vaccine that actually works, okay? Be well, be safe, and I'll see you next week. Same time, same station. Bye.